He's built a $150 million industry. He's considered one of the richest men in Hollywood. But what Harvey Weinstein really is a predator. Unfortunately, he's not the only rich asshole to take advantage of young actors and actresses. Many celebrities have come forward recently saying that they have been sexually assaulted or sexually harassed by Harvey Weinstein. Last week, the New York Times released a piece about the accusations on Weinstein. Apparently, he had been sexually harassing women for decades. He forced himself on many women, from assistants to models to the elite of Hollywood today. It kind of seems to me like Hollywood was aware of this open secret about Weinstein and what he was doing.
Please, I'm not afraid of anyone in show business. I turned down intercourse with Harvey Weinstein on no less than 3 occasions out of 5.
Congratulations, you 5 ladies no longer have to pretend to be attracted to Harvey Weinstein.
In the description box below, there's actually a link that's got kind of a compilation of different jokes about Weinstein and what he was doing behind the scenes. Big names like Rose McGowan, Angelina Jolie, Gwyneth Paltrow, Ashley Judd. These women came forward about what they experienced with Harvey Weinstein. You know, a lot of people don't acknowledge the fact that this doesn't happen to just women. There were actually a couple of men who came forward of their experiences when they were coming up in Hollywood. And one of them, it happened to him as recently as last year, in front of his wife. Ruggedly talented actor Terry Crews and 90s heartthrob James Van Der Beek recently shared their experiences of sexual harassment in the world of Hollywood. James Van Der Beek had this to say on his Twitter account. What Weinstein is being accused of is criminal. What he's admitted to is unacceptable in any industry. I applaud everybody for speaking out. I've had my ass grabbed by older, powerful men. I've had them corner me in inappropriate sexual conversations when I was much younger. I understand the unwarranted shame and powerlessness and inability to blow the whistle. There's a power dynamic that feels impossible to overcome. So this is what Terry Crews put on his Twitter account when he shared his ordeal of what happened to him. This whole thing with Harvey Weinstein is giving me PTSD. Why? Because this kind of thing happened to me. My wife and I were at a Hollywood function last year, and a high-level Hollywood executive came over to me and grabbed my privates. Jumping back, I said, "What are you doing?" My wife saw everything, and we looked at him like he was crazy, and he was just grinning like a jerk. I was going to kick his ass right then, but I thought twice about the whole thing and how it would appear. A 250-pound black man stumps out Hollywood honcho would be the headline the next day. Only I probably wouldn't be able to read it because I would have been in jail. That night and the next day, I talked to everyone that knew him and worked with him about what happened. He called me the next day with an apology, but never really explained why he did what he did. And I decided not to take it any further because I didn't want to be ostracized. Part of the course when the predator has power and influence. I let it go, and I understand why many women who this happens to let it go. I mean, who's going to believe you? Few. What are the repercussions? Many. Do you want to work again? Yes. Are you prepared to be ostracized? No. I love what I do, but it's a shame. And the height of disappointment when someone tries to take advantage of that. He knows who he is, but sometimes you have to wait and compare notes with others who've been victimized in order to gain a position of strength. I understand and empathize with those who have remained silent, but Harvey Weinstein is not the only predator. Hollywood is not the only business where this happens. And to the casualties of this behavior, you are not alone. Hopefully me coming forward with my story will deter a predator and encourage someone who feels hopeless. For anyone to just try a big dude like Terry Crews, like, I don't care how much money you have or who you are, they're lucky that Terry Crews is real smart and didn't just kick his ass. You know, I really applaud Terry and James for shedding the light on male victims because they do exist. And a lot of men won't come forward. To them, a lot of the times, it kind of questions their manhood. Why would they let that happen? You know what I mean? That's what they're thinking in their heads, and it's hard for them to just come forward and actually tell someone what's going on. People like Harvey Weinstein, they feed off the vulnerability and the dreams off of young men and women. And they use their money and their power and the subtle and sometimes the not so subtle threat of ruining your career or ruining your dreams, just taking them away. That right there, that is why a lot of people are so reluctant to say anything. It's their livelihood, it's their dream, it's them. Hollywood is not the only place that things like this happens. From blue collar jobs to Fortune 500 companies, this happens everywhere. And a lot of people are afraid to come forward. Perhaps they're afraid of being blamed for what happened. Or maybe they'll be judged for it. Or maybe nobody will believe them in the first place. If you're one of those people who's judging them for not coming forward to what happened to them so many years ago, you can eat a shit sandwich because fuck you and shame on you. You know what? How dare you assume to know what they've gone through or why they've chosen to be quiet until you've walked a mile in their shoes, which I hope to God none of you do, but until you do, your opinion on the subject really doesn't fucking matter, to be honest with you. You can just stop judging people. Now I gotta tell you, my hat goes off to everyone who came forward, because in doing so, you've given strength to others to do the same. And these people who throw their weight around, who throw their power and their money around, they're gonna get what's coming to them. The men of Hollywood need to know they own no woman. Rose McGowan. If you or someone you love has been a victim of sexual assault, please dial 800-656-HOPE to be connected with a trained sexual assault service provider in your area. You can also take a look in the description box below for more information on how to get some help. In the comment section below, tell me your thoughts on the Harvey Weinstein story. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm Amber Smiles Jones, and I'll see you guys next time.
Never miss an update. Tap the bell to get every notification for this channel.